Hello everyone, I wanted to give you an update tonight, which is April 2nd, 2020. We had our third session for our current class, which is Tracing the Story of God in the Bible. And we had session 3 tonight. I'm going over the slides for our session here. We had 2 lessons tonight. We continued our study on the prophets in the Bible. And we had lesson 4, which is what's called the writings in the Bible. And so in the prophets, we have a prophet is a man or woman chosen by God to speak for God. We have prophets who didn't write in the Bible and prophets who did. And the prophet only spoke what God told him to speak. He was not allowed to give commentary on it or expand on it or add to it. He had to just speak, he or she had to speak just what God told him to say. It's a very serious thing to be called to be a prophet. It says that prophecy is an artistic discipline that can inspire the imagination. It can use figurative language, grandiose imagery, that kind of thing. There are themes in prophecy. We have Israel being a royal nation. We have blessings and calamities. We have visions and apocalypse. We have exile and return. And we have future hope. The major themes from the books of the prophets. So, we went over royal Israel and what happened in Israel, that kind of thing. We talked about the, the golden age of Israel under David and the temple being built, and then the kingdom was divided after Solomon's rule. It says prophets served as God's voice in non-violent opposition to the growing power that the kings had. And it mentioned how Elijah faced Ahab with prophetic words, Isaiah with Ahaz and Hezekiah, Jeremiah spoke to Jehoiakim and Zedekiah, and Hosea spoke to Jeroboam II. We talked about the differences between the kingdom of Israel and the kingdom of Judah, how they were different. We talked about the issues of the kingdom after it was divided, and the continued prophetic message, which was to rely on the Lord and not on wealth and not on superpowers, to repent or face calamity in the form of exile. They also mentioned redemption, restoration, and a future hope. So we learned all that about the prophets. We had learned about the blessings and the calamities. I'm not going to go into all those. The apocalypse and the vision, and the exile and return. We learned about all those in the prophets and the future hope as well. Then we went into the books called the writings in the Bible. And there's we went over the literary genre. The introduction to Hebrew poetry, the Psalms, the Proverbs, the book of Job, the book of Ecclesiastes, and what is called the Canticles, or the Song of Solomon. Song of Songs, sorry. The different literary genres in the writings, in the books that are called the writings. We have a psalm, we have proverbs, we have dramas, we have philosophy writings, we have narrative writings, we have catalog writings, like, this person came to this person and did this, and this. It's like a list of things or people. We have epistle writings, we have erotic literature, we have prophecy and apocalypse. And so we went into the introduction to Hebrew poetry. I'm not going to go into all that. We went through the Psalms, the book of the Psalms, and what the themes were in Psalms. We talked about the Proverbs and the themes in Proverbs. We just discussed the book of Job and how it is ancient drama, and it's maybe the oldest book in the Bible. We talked about the book of Ecclesiastes, and we talked about the Canticles, or the Song of Songs. And so it was really interesting. It was just a lot of information. Our teacher calls it an information dump, and that's kind of what it feels like. Your head starts to hurt from all the. I didn't go into half the slides that we had tonight, so it was a lot. But I learned a lot about the prophets and the writings and why they're important, why they're in the Bible, what we need to know about them to be able to be ministers. So it was a good lesson. It was a good study. But again, just very intense. Just a lot of information to process through, to think about, to understand, because it's important to know these things if you're going to be a minister. And so, I guess next week we're going to start with the New Testament writings, and so looking forward to that. But yeah, that's what we learned tonight. That's what we studied tonight, was the prophet, the books of the prophetic writings, and then the writings. So that's what we studied tonight. And sorry, my volume's on my computer. Hello, didn't need that notification to chime quite so loud. It went well. We have 3 books that we have to read. I've already read one. I'm making my way through the second one, and I still have the third one. I haven't even opened yet. Sorry, I'm having notifications on my computer pop up now. But anyway, so yeah, it was a good lesson. I'm going to go and get off here, get this uploaded, and I will make another video next week about the next class that we have and what we learned in that one. So, thank you for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.